How many times have we stood on the precipice, only to watch the dream slip away? How much more can a city endure, fueled by a burning passion, yet haunted by the ghosts of what might have been? For the Vancouver Canucks, a franchise that has tantalized its loyal faithful for generations without ever hoisting the sport's ultimate prize, that question isn't just rhetorical, it's the very essence of their existence as they charge headlong into the 2025-26 NHL season. The air in Vancouver is thick, with a palpable blend of anticipation and desperation, a collective sigh of "this has to be it." The Canucks are entering this season with more enthusiasm and arguably more pressure than ever before. A new voice behind the bench in head coach Adam Foote, coupled with the undeniable brilliance of Captain Quinn Hughes and superstar Elias Pettersson, has raised the stakes to an almost unbearable level. This isn't just another season, it's a make-or-break campaign, a crucible where dreams will either be forged into reality or shattered once more against the unyielding wall of expectation. The fans, long-suffering yet eternally hopeful, are beyond tired of merely settling. Their collective gaze is fixed firmly on one objective, the Stanley Cup, and nothing less will suffice. This relentless scrutiny is amplified by the Canucks' unique and somewhat agonizing history. As one of the few venerable franchises in the National Hockey League never to have etched their name onto the storied trophy, every season brings with it the weight of decades of near misses and heartbreaking defeats. The ghosts of 1982, 1994, and 2011 still linger, haunting the collective psyche of a city that lives and breathes hockey. This year, however, feels different. After a disappointing previous season, a performance that fell short of the burgeoning expectations, the urgency has reached a fever pitch. The time for almost is over. The time for now has arrived. At the epicenter of this playoffs or bust mentality stands Elias Pettersson, the 26-year-old Swedish maestro whose sublime skill and unwavering determination are the very foundation of Vancouver's aspirations. The team's hopes quite literally rest upon his shoulders, a burden he carries with a quiet, steely resolve. Alongside him, new head coach Adam Foote, who steps into the formidable shoes left by the departed Rick Tocchet, will face an immediate and intense spotlight. His ability to galvanize this talented, but often inconsistent roster will be the defining narrative of the season. The pressure on Foote is immense. He's not just coaching a hockey team, he's steering the hopes of an entire city, tasked with translating raw talent into championship mettle. And anchoring the blue line, Captain Quinn Hughes continues to evolve into one of the league's most dynamic and impactful defensemen, his leadership and offensive prowess indispensable to the Canucks' ambitions. It is against this backdrop of heightened expectation and historical yearning that General Manager Patrik Allvin finds himself in the most crucial period of his tenure. Allvin openly acknowledges that the team's roster, despite its core talent, remains incomplete, possessing glaring gaps that must be filled if the Canucks are to truly contend. His focus, according to insider reports, is laser-sharp, zeroing in on two major stars who could potentially provide the missing ingredients: unrestricted free agent Jack Roslovic and restricted free agent Marco Rossi. These aren't just names on a list, they represent the potential catalysts for a franchise desperate to break its long-standing curse, the final pieces in a puzzle that has tormented a fan base for far too long. The high-stakes chase, Jack Roslovic's market value Jack Roslovic, a dynamic forward with a proven ability to produce offense, is undoubtedly one of the most coveted unrestricted free agents on the market. Teams like the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Colorado Avalanche, both perennial contenders, are reportedly courting him aggressively, a clear testament to his value and the immediate impact he could have on a playoff-bound roster. His versatility, offensive instincts, and ability to play both wing and center make him an incredibly attractive option for any team looking to bolster its top six forward group. For the Canucks, securing Roslavic would immediately inject a significant dose of skill and scoring punch, providing a much-needed complement to their existing offensive firepower. He's a player who thrives in offensive zones, capable of both finishing plays and setting up teammates, a valuable asset for a team looking to deepen its scoring threats. and add another layer of unpredictability to its attack. However, the pursuit of top-tier free agents is a cutthroat business, fraught with intense competition and often inflated price tags. Should the Canucks find themselves unable to land Roslavic, whether due to a bidding war or his preference for another destination, Allvin has a compelling alternative, one that has been simmering on the back burner and now presents a renewed, tantalizing opportunity: Marco Rossi. The strategic pivot. Re-evaluating Marco Rossi, a highly talented restricted free agent, remains under club control with the Minnesota Wild, but negotiations for a new contract have reportedly been stalled since June. This impasse, this quiet stalemate, is precisely what has caught the attention of the Canucks front office. As Cam Robinson of Elite Scouting succinctly put it, offering a crucial insight into Vancouver's strategic thinking, if it's not him referring to Roslavic, I know they were trying to get Marco Rossi too. Maybe there's an opportunity to go back there. This isn't just idle speculation. It's an indication of a clear contingency plan, a pivot point in Allvin's aggressive pursuit of roster perfection. The Canucks' interest in Rossi is not new. In fact, it was openly demonstrated when they offered the 15th overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft for Rossi's rights, a significant asset that underscored their belief in his immense potential. At that time, the Wild, holding firm on their promising young talent, refused the offer. But the landscape has shifted. The stalled negotiations between Rossi and his current club suggest a potential softening of their stance, or, at the very least, an opening for a new dialogue. While an offer sheet for Rossi is reportedly not in the Canucks' plans, a notoriously aggressive and often ill-received tactic, a trade for the talented RFA has certainly not been ruled out. This is the new opportunity that has emerged, a chance for Vancouver to revisit a target they clearly covet, potentially at a more opportune moment, a moment where the stars may finally align. The transformative impact. What these stars bring. So, what kind of impact could either of these stars have on the Canucks? Acquiring either Jack Roslovic or Marco Rossi would not merely be an addition, it would be the acquisition of a vital missing piece for a club striving to move decisively in the right direction towards the coveted playoffs and a legitimate chance at the Stanley Cup. Consider the implications. If Roslavic, with his proven NHL scoring touch and versatility, were to join the Canucks, he could immediately slot into a top-6 role, providing secondary scoring that has often eluded Vancouver in crucial moments. His offensive creativity and ability to drive play would take some pressure off Pettersson and Hughes, allowing them more space and opportunity to work their magic. He's a player who thrives in offensive zones, capable of both finishing plays and setting up teammates, a valuable asset for a team looking to deepen its scoring threats and add another layer of unpredictability to its attack. Marco Rossi, on the other hand, represents a different kind of prize. As a restricted free agent, he brings youth and a higher ceiling for long-term growth. His potential is immense, and if he were to develop into the top-tier center many project him to be, he could provide the Canucks with a formidable 1-2 punch down the middle alongside Pettersson for years to come. His high hockey IQ, strong two-way game, and burgeoning leadership qualities would make him an invaluable addition, not just for immediate impact, but for the sustained success that Vancouver so desperately craves. A trade for Rossi would demonstrate a long-term vision, a commitment to building a sustainable contender while still addressing immediate needs for offensive firepower and depth. It's a move that speaks to both the present and the future, a rare balance in the cutthroat world of NHL general management. The strategic brilliance of Allvin's approach lies in his flexibility. By actively pursuing both Roslavic and Rossi, he ensures that the Canucks have multiple avenues to acquire the talent they need. This dual-pronged strategy underscores the urgency and determination of the Canucks front office. They recognize that the window for their current core, led by Pettersson and Hughes, is open, and they are committed to doing everything in their power to maximize it. The fans, after years of patience, are demanding nothing less than a full-throttle assault on the league's elite. The Canucks' journey into the 2025-26 season is poised to be a captivating drama, a high-stakes gamble played out on the frozen canvas of the NHL. The weight of history The burning desire of a passionate fan base and the calculated aggression of a general manager determined to complete his roster all converge to create an atmosphere of unparalleled intensity. Whether it's the proven offensive prowess of Jack Roslovic or the tantalizing potential of Marco Rossi, the acquisition of either player could be the pivotal moment, the turning point that finally propels the Vancouver Canucks towards the ultimate prize. Will this bold and calculated strategy finally pay dividends, transforming decades of longing into a joyous celebration, or will the weight of expectation continue to be Vancouver's heaviest burden? The answer will unfold on the ice. But one thing is certain, the Canucks are pushing all their chips to the center of the table. What do you think, Canucks Nation? Is this the year the Canucks finally break through and silence the doubters? Who would you rather see in a Canucks jersey? The immediate impact of Jack Roslovic or the long-term potential of Marco Rossi? Let us know your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. We want to hear every single one of them, every hope, every fear, every passionate declaration. And if you felt the tension, the excitement, and the sheer desperation of this Canucks saga, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exclusive insights and dynamic analysis into the heart of hockey.